Let's talk about letting go. It sounds so simple, right? But if you're anything like me, it's actually one of the hardest things we ever have to do. We all know that feeling of clinging to something, and today we're going to explore how to gently and mindfully open that grip. This metaphor is just perfect. Seriously, try it for a second. Make a fist with your hand, really tight. Feel that strain in your muscles? Letting go isn't some big, forceful action. It's just the unclenching. It's that simple release of tension. This is the core idea we're going to play with today. And that really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? If it's as simple as unclenching a fist, why do we walk around with our fists so tight all the time? Well, I think it's because holding on, weirdly enough, feels safe. It feels familiar, even when it's causing us pain. So let's break down what that pain actually looks like. The ache of holding on. Sounds a little poetic, doesn't it? But we've all felt this. The truth is, constantly holding on is absolutely exhausting. It just drains so much mental and emotional energy trying to resist the natural flow of life. And it creates this constant low-grade ache that, honestly, we might not even notice anymore because it's just always there. So what are we even talking about when we say clinging? Well, it's stuff like this, replaying old regrets in your head like a broken record. Or maybe it's getting super anxious trying to control a future that hasn't even happened. It could be trying to freeze frame a perfect moment, hoping it'll never end. And this one's a little strange, but we all do it. Sometimes we even cling to our own pain because it's become a part of who we are. I bet as you look at this list, one or two of these feel pretty familiar, right? And this right here, this gets to the absolute heart of the problem. See, your body is always right here, in the present moment. It can't be anywhere else. But your mind? Oh, your mind is a total time traveler. It's constantly zipping back to the past, getting caught in sorrow, or flying off into the future, wrapped up in fear. That's kind of its default setting. A mindful state offers the way out. It's the practice of bringing your mind back home, right here, to your body, where life is actually happening. Okay, so how do we actually do that? How do we build up the strength to keep our mind from time traveling all over the place? Well, the tradition this idea comes from has this really powerful concept for it. It's called building your Dharma body. Let's break down exactly what that means. Now, your Dharma body, it's not a physical thing, so don't worry, you don't have to go to the gym for this one. Think of it more like your spiritual resilience, your inner core strength. It's this solid foundation of calm and confidence that you build, one practice at a time. And it's what lets you face life's storms without being completely overwhelmed by fear. It's what gives you the power to actually unclench. All right, so let's get practical. What's the main tool for building this foundation? It's something you already have with you every single second of every day, your breath. This is where the whole thing becomes real and honestly accessible to every single one of us. You hear the word mindfulness thrown around a lot, right? But it's not just some vague buzzword. In this context, it's a specific kind of energy. It's the energy you generate when you intentionally pay attention to what's happening right here, right now. And the simplest, most direct way to generate that energy? You guessed it, by bringing your mind home to your body, using the physical sensation of your breath. And look, literally anyone can do this. You could do it right now. Step 1 is just noticing your breath. That's it. Recognizing, oh, there's an in-breath and there's an out-breath. Then you just gently follow its whole journey, from the beginning to the end. After that, you can kind of zoom out and expand that awareness to your entire body. And the final step, the magic step, is using your out-breath to consciously release any tension you find. That's the practice. That is the beginning of the unclenching. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly explains why that simple breathing exercise is so incredibly powerful. The past is gone. The future isn't here yet. The only place you can ever be truly alive is right here, right now. Your breath is your anchor to that moment. So what happens when we actually commit to this? When we learn to come home to the present, even just for a few moments here and there? Well, the results can be, they can be life-changing. We start to open ourselves up to real freedom and real healing. These two words are basically the payoff. Liberation is breaking free from those invisible chains of regret and fear. It's like stepping out of a prison that, let's be honest, we built for ourselves. And healing? That's what happens in that newfound freedom. It's when we stop picking at old wounds and we finally give them the space to mend, simply by changing our relationship to them. But here's the thing, they aren't two separate goals. You can think of them as two faces of the same beautiful jewel. Every single time you liberate yourself from clinging, you are actively healing. And every moment of that healing is an experience of liberation. They happen together. And this brings us to what might be the most important point of all. This isn't a one-and-done deal. You don't just let go and then you're fixed forever. It's not an achievement you unlock. It's a practice of gentle, compassionate return. And it is so important to remember this. You are going to clench your fist again. Your mind is going to wander off into the past or the future. That's what minds do. The real practice isn't about getting to a state where you never clench. It's about getting really good at noticing when you have, and then gently, without judgment, just loosening your grip, again and again. It's a constant, gentle return, over and over, breath by breath. So I want to leave you with this question to just kind of sit with. Forget all the theory and the words for a moment and just check in with yourself. In your own life, when you have managed to let go, even for a split second, what did that feel like? The answer to that question, your answer, is your own personal roadmap back to that open, unclenched space.